What's up, YouTube? It's Billy. So back here again for another video, man. Today we got one by Cosmic Wonder. I'm a day late. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? I had a busy, long day yesterday. You know what I'm saying? If you weren't there, if you didn't tune in, you know what I'm saying? I streamed the whole boxing, YouTube versus TikTokers social glove event. You know what I'm saying? It's on my page. You know what I'm saying? If you go to my page, go to the last two streams, you know what I'm saying, which have the Fortnite thumbnail. Check those out, bro. It's a full stream, you know what I'm saying. I had a fun time, had a great time interacting with a lot of you guys, you know what I'm saying, and a lot of new people, bro. Definitely tune in for the stream. It was fun, you know what I'm saying. And with that being said, we got this video by Cosmic Wonder about Spider-Man No Way Home leaks and details. Maybe, you know what I'm saying, we all thought the trailer was going to come last week, and it didn't, bro. Hopefully, you know, I was trying to not say, you know what I'm saying, but hopefully he has some information within here that we haven't heard of, you know what I'm saying, new home leaks and details. I said it again. Let's just get to it, man. I'm talking a lot. I'm sorry, bro. Can't hear nothing.
Cosmic Wonder, where we talk all things Marvel, MCU, and of course, Spider-Man No Way Home.
Yes,
and
sir.
Today we have some details about the film and some very, very interesting leaks. These are somewhat unique to what we've heard recently. And if one of these in particular happens to be true, it kind of explains what Sony Pictures universe of Marvel characters is actually doing with Venom and Morbius, and why the Daily Bugle is the exact same Daily Bugle from the Sam Raimi Spider-Man universe.
Yeah, that's a good point.
There is just a whole dump of leaks on the internet right now from people claiming to have auditioned for the movie, therefore know a little bit about a certain scene. Others claiming that they know somebody close to Marvel Studios or Sony and they heard a little bit about the film. And if one of these ends up being true, we also know a little bit more about the relationship between Sony and Marvel and the control that Marvel has over Spider-Man, which is always a great thing because Marvel knows what they're doing. So there is a ton to dive into today, but before we get started, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of the latest Spider-Man videos.
Definitely
so we'll start off by a pretty decent, credible source. The Twitter account Superhero Theorist seems to know a lot of the plot of Spider-Man No Way Home, at least that's what this person is claiming. This person is of Murphy's Multiverse.com, and they have a pretty good reputation with the scoops and the leaks that they do put out there into the public. And based off of some of their recent tweets, we learn a little bit about the film. One of them is another confirmation of the main villain of the film. And the account that originally tweets this, the Marvel Sheriff, makes a pretty good point. He says, Willem Dafoe's Norman Osborn is in this movie. I'm having a hard time believing Daniel RPK, Charles Murphy, the Illuminati, Collider, and KC Walsh all collectively got false information about him being in the movie. There's no denying it at this point. He's as good as confirmed in my book. And then Charles Murphy of Murphy's Multiverse quote tweeted it saying he is. Now I start by this and mention it because this is actually a very valid point. All of these scoopers mentioned have been right about many different scoops in the past. Even if they're not 100% correct on everything they've put out, nobody really is. But these people do have decent track records. And Collider is a huge trade company. They
Collider
always interview
big,
people like Marvel Studios president Kevin Feige, all of the actors for whatever movie or show was coming up. So they have a pretty good relationship with Marvel Studios, Disney, etc., etc. Them combined with these other scoopers who have good track records, I would also say that it's pretty much confirmed that Willem Dafoe's Norman Osborn is indeed going to be the main villain of this film. But then we get a comment about the multiverse. One person tweeted, the fact that we are going to see these two finally interact gets me so hyped. Talking about Willem Dafoe's Green Goblin / Norman Osborn and Doc. In which Superhero Theorist replied, the film really is a love letter to Spider-Man fans, specifically to Raimi and the Amazing Spider-Man fans. Somebody else went on to ask, would you say it's more of a love letter to those Spider-Man or all of them, including Tom's Spider-Man? In which they replied, I mean, everyone really, but maybe Raimi and the Amazing Spider-Man fans will have the most fun. I hope so, bro. It's so much nostalgia there. This is really great news because it tells me two things. One is that Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man from the Sam Raimi universe and Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man from the Amazing Spider-Man universe aren't just going to be quick little 5-minute, 6-minute, 7, whatever minute cameos. They're not just going to pop up on the screen for a second in one of Doctor Strange's portals and then go away. Although I'm sure fans would still be pretty excited about that, even just to see them in the movie. But it seems like these characters and the characters from their universes are actually going to be pretty involved. Another thing that this tells me is that the leaks that we've been hearing about the Sinister Six forming of villains from other universes is most likely true as well. And it really sounds like it's going to be just an awesome combination of all three different Spider-Man universes. Now, these are pretty much details out there about the movie, but like I mentioned in the beginning, we do have some leaks, and they are pretty interesting. The first one is about Spider-Man No Way Home, Venom, and Morbius, essentially the SPUMC, and how it connects to the MCU Spider-Man. This leak states that the Venom and Morbius movies are actually an alternate version of the Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies. This explains why the Daily Bugle logo is exactly the same as in the Raimi movies. In this universe, Spider-Man 3 hasn't happened yet. Spider-Man hasn't met Venom or Eddie Brock. Another difference is that in this universe, Norman Osborn never died. And what exactly happened to him after the fight with Spider-Man, I have no idea. This is just what I was told. As for Doc Ock,
that kind of makes a little bit more sense now.
That his character's story picked up right after he fell into the water. Now, this is a very, very interesting thought, and I would actually really commend Sony if this is truly what they're doing. This kind of takes a lot of planning in advance. However, they have been working with Marvel Studios for a while now, ever since Civil War, so it really wouldn't surprise me at all if
use some
Sony
really
and Marvel
smart
and Disney were all
ways
working
of going
together
about
to
this,
create
That's
this
crazy.
huge universe, or kind of two different universes, because they definitely thrive off of the success of one another. Sony thrives more off of the success of Marvel, obviously, but it's really beneficial to Marvel if Sony films like Venom and Venom Let There Be Carnage and Morbius do well and connect. And we have seen the original Daily Bugle logo in Venom Let There Be Carnage, and we've even seen it in some leaked photos for Morbius. So there is clearly a connection here, especially when you consider we have the same J. Jonah Jameson in Spider-Man Far From Home in the end credits, and he's going to be in Spider-Man No Way Home. This could be yet another alternate version. So to me, this makes a lot of sense. And even though I did personally enjoy Spider-Man 3, I know there are a lot of people out there who didn't and would rather have that movie kind of erased.
I thought it was okay.
Also,
you know
I'd like to point out that if
there's a
this
lot of
leak
parts
is
I still
true,
really like.
Harry Osborn is still alive and has not died because they said Spider-Man 3 has not happened yet. And
James Franco?
I personally love for a James Franco cameo in Spider-Man No Way Home, but I'm not getting my hopes up. This
would be a dope
comes
cameo
from
if James
somebody
Franco
who claims to have auditioned for a role in Spider-Man No Way Home and didn't get it, but one of his friends did, and that role was the role of a juror. This leak says, I tried out for the jury in No Way Home, didn't get the part, but his best friend persisted and was cast as a juror, and saw a certain blind man representing Tom, as well as separate shots mentioning She-Hulk in case DD rights, as in Daredevil, weren't cleared. But it seems Daredevil scenes will be used without a doubt. Didn't see a costume, but he was a dang good lawyer. Now, this kind of lines up with what we've heard before, and it's kind of the same situation as Norman Osborn. Enough trade companies have reported that Matt Murdock is going to be in the movie that I'm really expecting it at this point. It's not confirmed by any means, but it just seems to make sense and would be really, really cool to see. He's a lawyer in New York. He's a superhero on the side, but they don't reveal that he's a superhero. But it would make sense that he would want to defend another superhero. And literally every report that we have states that it's not Daredevil showing up, but Matt Murdock. He's not going to be donning his costume. He's simply going to be a lawyer. Now, this next leak is very interesting because
there has to be like
it talks about the relationship.
My bad. You know what I'm saying? There has to be like a reference to the fact, like, I don't know, Peter has to do or say something, and Matt has to say something like, but the vigilantes, and there's like a slight pause. You know what I'm saying? Kind of hinting at the fact that he's a vigilante himself, or say something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, there has to be some type of nod to Matt being Daredevil, bro. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, it's kind of go over, like, it's probably already going to go over a lot of people's head because I don't think everyone in the world has seen Daredevil. Let's be honest. Daredevil is a great Netflix series, one of the best. But I don't think every Marvel fan has seen it. You know what I'm saying? So it might go over some people's head. But the ones who get it, bro, and if he makes like some type of nod or reference, oh man, that's going to be wild.
Relationship between Sony and Marvel Studios. And of course, we always want to know what's going on with these guys. And what's posted actually seems pretty legitimate. This person claims that they're an affiliation in some way with a toy manufacturer, so working for a big toy company. And this person says, so basically I've been hearing rumors that Marvel has more control over the Spider-Man No Way Home film, and I can in fact confirm that. Usually, for the previous films, me and my boss would have around a 3-hour meeting with one of the guys over at Sony, but this time, we had the meeting with Sony, the same guy who came for the Far From Home meeting back in early 2019, and a guy from Marvel. This time they ordered like 4 sets for the film and another set for the new Spider-Man ride opening up at Disneyland. They were very secretive about this film, and my colleague, who helped design the in-game sets, thinks they probably gave us fake things to make sets off of like they did with in-game. So this is a very specific leak that I don't think a lot of people would sit there and make up or even come up with.
That's very
if it's
specific.
True, that's incredibly good news for us. We're out stating that I don't believe it, but it is interesting to think about, so I thought, why not just put the thought out there? Now, in case for some random reason this is true, I'm not going to go too much into detail, but it basically states that Loki is going to be playing a pretty decent part in Spider-Man No Way Home.
What?
This is because of the events that happen in the Loki series. Obviously, time travel is involved, and some type of alternate timelines in the multiverse is involved in Loki.
That would make sense. If you watch the episode, they reference multiverse, and then they said madness right after.
I just don't think Loki's going to be in the movie. That is just too much at that point. But then again, there's so much in it, why not just throw one more thing in there? And after all, Doctor Strange did say in Thor Ragnarok that he was monitoring Loki. And they have met, so maybe. There are definitely plenty of ways to make this work, and it could actually make sense. But to me, it's just so much in one movie that I'm really not counting on this. But like I said, we had a lot of Spider-Man No Way Home news and leaks today, so be sure to let me know what you think about all of this in the comments down below. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on any of the latest videos. Don't forget to like the video, and for live updates, you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter. As always, thank you all so much for watching. Woof woof.
All right, man. That was another good video by Cosmic Warner right there. Spider-Man No Way Home leaks and details, bro. There was a lot of leaks and details he just went over right there, man. I gotta say, most of them sound pretty legit. The last one with the whole Loki bit, it sounded like, you know what I'm saying, maybe, I don't know, bro. It would make sense, as I explained earlier, kind of with the whole multiverse thing they referenced in Loki. Like, I hear from that, it's supposed to be, like, really important. But, man, I just can't wait to see this trailer, bro. You know what I'm saying? I would love to see James Franco come back, reprise his role as, like, Harry for, like, a split. Maybe 2-3 minutes or so. That would be kind of cool. The other leaks about the, you know what I'm saying? What was another one? I know Marvel having a good relationship with Sony, taking responsibility for most of the film. That's pretty cool, you know what I'm saying? Marvel has their hands on it, which means Marvel knows what they're doing. What else? So with that being said, like I said, I can't wait to see this trailer, bro. I can't wait to see the movie, man. Matt Murdock potentially being in here. You know what I'm saying? Matt Murdock's pretty much confirmed. Norman Osborn confirmed. You know what I'm saying? All that in my head is pretty much confirmed. So with that being said, I can't wait to see this movie, man. I can't wait to see the trailer. Hopefully it comes out next week. Hopefully it does. I'm thinking maybe Monday. I'm calling it now. I'm staking it. Maybe Monday. Anyways, let me know what you thought about the video, man. Like, comment, share, subscribe. You know what I'm saying? It takes less than 2 seconds to do. Plus, it's free. And with that being said, peace.